How are you?
Good. I'm really excited today because we finally reached Genki lesson 12, which is the last chapters of the
Final
Genki
lesson.
one book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it has been a long way for us. It's
Yeah.
especially after December. Yeah, we are quite being off. Yeah, but
Yes, I think.
yes, but today, everyone,
Mhm.
today we are going to discuss really interesting Japanese grammar. The one of my favorite Japanese grammar,
Oh,
nda,
okay.
ndesu. Alrighty,
This.
then
Mm-hmm.
let's get started.
Okay.
So first of all, let's check out the ToKini Andy's video. Here we go.
Genki. Explaining yourself in Japanese with this, according to Genki, this. So, a normal sentence in Japanese, just straight normal sentence, this is just one word, but that sentence in Japanese, remember, is something like takakatta, was expensive. An explanation sentence in Japanese is something like this, takakattanda, takakattanda. Now, in Genki, it explains this grammar point as this. Now, it's not entirely wrong, and they explain noda, which I like to call it, in like a footnote. But I don't know that I agree with how they're putting it, because the actual grammar point is noda, noda. This is a more polite version, and the is a conversational version of no. So obviously, it's always easier to shorten things or sort of slur them in conversation than it is to say the whole entire thing. So no da in conversation or no this is a little bit clunky, So in conversation, it becomes da or this. Now Genki teaches this as this. That's questionable, but it does often become this in conversation. In the written word, it's usually no da or no this, unless it's like a conversation piece, a quote in the written word. Then you'll still see things like nda and this. So please be aware that these are different ways that it may show up. If you're reading stuff, maybe know that. But if you're speaking, people are usually going to have an this at the end, and this is for explanation sentences. So we'll get to what that means in a minute. This grammar dictionary is made by, you can see, the Japan Times, who also makes Genki. Genki teaches it as this, but in their own grammar dictionary, they teach it as noda. And of course, in conversation, the no is shortened to this or
Okay, yes. So Andy-san, like a
Hmm.
full speed explanation about this grammar. But what he first said is there's a one sentence 車が高かったとか例えば
Hmm.
今日の昼ご飯高かったという文があります。
Hmm.
はい。でもこの文にね、説明をしたいとき。Okay, so when you wanna add like explanatory tone, that's when you're gonna add this grammar. And what he first explained was the original sentence, 高かった, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
add da in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And by doing that, you can add this nuance of explaining. Okay, but why? What do you think? Why this nda's grammar works that way? What do you think?
So I think that is so if you want to explain.
Uh-huh.
So you really want to explain something, so you can use that. So for example, mm, so if I ask the reason to my partner, so for example, so why do you buy the do you buy this car? And so I said 安かったんだ。
安かったんだ.
Mm,
Why did you choose this car? Why did you pick this car? 安かっ
mm,
た instead?
mm,
安かったんだ. Mm-hmm.
mm.
Yep. So
Or
what?
安かったから。So same meaning? Same
Yeah,
meaning.
sure. The
Yeah.
sentence itself, I mean, the mean like
Mm,
in terms of the information, what you receive is quite same, but that you clearly can notice if you hear the speaker is actually explaining something. Okay.
Yeah.
And Andy-san's point is, okay, 高かったんだ or 安かったんだ is actually like he's saying originally from Noda. And he even like brought a dictionary which was written by the Japan Times, that newspaper publisher, the same as that published Genki textbook itself. And saying in the dictionary there is no page for unda. Yeah, of course, Japanese people probably never imagined that dictionary has a page for unda, right?
I think so.
You
Yeah.
never think. Never. Of course not. Like
I don't think.
we
Yeah.
even didn't recognize this as a word. This is not a word. But if you look up it, you can find this grammar with this word noda, according to him. Noda. Okay, but this illustrates that this grammar's original form is noda. That was the earlier statement, like Andy-san was talking about. So okay, so this is the original form, and this is what is this? Nda. What do you think?
Nda. Okay. Nda. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have it. So nothing.
So this is casual form.
Yeah, casual form. So compared to Noda?
そうですね。
Okay. Yes, casual form.
So you can use in conversation. So on the other hand, Noda is formal. So where do you hear or see? Where?
Oh, weird. So reading the book, so I can see Noda.
This is quite written language.
Written language. I think so.
Okay.
Or so speech talk. So sometimes
Of course.
you can use
If you
speech
on the stage for a speech, it's formal. Yeah, it has to be formal. So of course you're gonna use this word. Yes. So that point is conversational or formal. Conversational or formal. So what's the speech that you are going to speak now determines nda or noda. Okay. So it was funny. He used this word clunky. Noda is a little bit clunky. That's why people are saying kakata nda in a conversation. What do you think about clunky?
clunky.
Yeah.
So in this case, I don't think clunky, but so if you use if you use Noda in the conversation, it's not suitable.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but no. What Andy-san wanted to say is like why like this transformation happened is like how it's easy to say or like mumbling to say. that's this
Okay.
change that's generated this change. I mean,
Okay. So
yeah.
about this information, I can't catch it. I couldn't catch it. So yeah, very difficult for me.
Okay, so saying Nora in conversation seems unnatural. Yukiko.
Unnatural in the conversation.
In the conversation, if you hear.
Noda. Noda. Yeah. It's not good.
Unnatural.
Yeah. Unnatural.
Yes, absolutely unnatural. Like you can get attention. Why this person use Noda instead of Nda?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Of course I might guess that okay, that's a very strong emphasis. Though this speaker want to say something. Something extra. すごく高かったのだ。 忙しかった？すごく忙しかったのだ。Like even like comically, extremely
Comically,
as we
yeah.
want to describe this how busy her day was. That's kind of nuance that we would receive. No, that.
I s-
Okay, so so although like yeah, Andy-san said Noda is cranky. But my like reasoning is that Noda is vowel, no and da, right? No. So
Oh.
there is O in the vowel, but nda is completely drop. So we are dropping a vowel, so that it's easy to say. But if you keep n sound in the middle here, still you can stretch the sound. And what's the effect here is that you can hear longer this exact word. Okay, let's try. 高かった。高かったんだ。高かったんだ。So like still you can hear longer than the without the noda phrase. That emphasize or giving the explanatory tone here. And the noda is the same. 高かったのだ. But since it's with all vowel as well, like more standing out. Yes, alrighty. Let's see the application. 2 minutes 30. I don't know. Yes.
So to use this expression, noda or this, you need a short form verb. So it needs to be the short form, okay? Past tense, whatever, it doesn't matter, but it needs to end in the short form if you're using a verb at the end of your sentence. An e adjective is just the e adjective plus noda or this. A na adjective or a noun, so there's two different ways. If it's a na adjective, you need to have na before the noda. So nanoda or nanodis or nandis at the end. For a noun, you're going to have datta, dattanda, dattano desu, right? Short form past tense of da, datta. Noun could also have a not in between it depending on the type of word. So we'll get to some example sentences to try and help you understand what I'm talking about. So, for example, hanashitanda, I talked. Sentence might show up if someone asks you, hey, did you talk to so-and-so? Hanashitanda. This is my explanation. I'm explaining that yes, I talked to them. So there's no real word that you can put in here for this. There's no real translation for it. It's an explanation. Takakattanda. It was expensive. So someone might have asked you, why did you buy it? Takakattanda. Because it was expensive. Or takakattan desu. Or takakattano desu. Here's another sentence. Kodomo nan desu. Kodomo is a noun, so you can have na. An adjective would also take na. Nan desu. They're just a child is sort of the nuance this has. So if some kid does something silly and you're like, dakara, kodomo nan desu. They're just a kid, right?
Just a kid. Yes. So どうしてそんなことしたの？子供なんです。子供なんだ。Okay, so he wants emphasize here now and non-adjective. What's the specialty?
Specialty?
Yeah, what's different?
Okay. Unda is adjective. 高かったんだ. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But
if it's a adjective sentence or verb, you don't have to do this. But if it's a noun sentence or non-adjective sentence, you have to do this. So which is gonna
okay.
add
んだ.
na.
No, なんです.
はい、そうですね。Okay. じゃあ、Yukiko and I will I give Yukiko the without unda sentence and Yukiko add unda. You see. Verb sentence. 今日7時に起きた。
今日7時に起きたんです。
明日5時に起きる。
5時に起きるんです。
今日寒い。
寒いんです。
昨日は寒くなかった。
寒くなかったんです。
今日は暇です。
今日は暇じゃないです。じゃないんです。
ネガティブ。暇じゃないんです。明日は、明日も暇です。
明日も暇じゃないんです。
すみません。アファーマティブのままお願いします。今日は暇です。
OK。今日は暇です。暇なんです。
明日も暇です。
明日も暇なんです。
でも昨日は、昨日も暇だった。
昨日も暇だったんです。
私は子供です。
私は子供なんです。
昔も子供でした。
昔も子供だったんです。
Okay, so you see here, like if Yukiko goes to the negative, you don't hear na. For example, 暇なんです。But you don't hear 暇じゃないんです。Because 暇じゃない is the adjective in the end. 暇じゃない。
No adjective?
E adjective. Because it end with ない。暇じゃないんです。暇じゃないんだ。
Okay. ない。
暇
Okay.
じゃない。But if you go with 暇です。暇なんです。You have to go 暇なんです。Yes. But I gave her the present tense and the past tense. And did you notice that like only present tense you need to add なんです。But the past tense you don't have to. Okay, let's try again. お母さんは先生でした。
先生だったんです。
お母さんは先生だったんです。そう、先生だったんです。See? Here, there is no na. Why? Because it's just a past tense た。そう、話したんです。歩いたんです。If ends with た、then nothing needed. Na is not needed. When na needed, na has to cushion before the noun or an adjective. Yes. So if it's negative, you don't need. If it's past tense, you don't need. Just affirmative, present, you need now. Okay. So when do you hear this grammar the most?